Free NBA picks. This is action here for Sunday, April 7th. Tony T, our NBA pick show here for Sunday action. Features all 13 games. Before getting to just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free NBA picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you want to support our channel, hit us with that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, TonySpicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top performers. Click the links to the hot cappers, gets out to long-term passes. Top performers like Joseph Schultz for the year, Tim Irwin, Ramon, and CJ have been hot. So has been Ron and Jerry up there as well. Been a big day yesterday, so is Jerry in Hollywood. Click the link, get signed up. You'll find latest print picks center of the page with our best bets and more. Guys, get locked and loaded. We're ready to go here for Sunday's action. Of course, our promo code is TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all packages. Click the link in the description to get signed up. And, of course, our executive service for the bigger bankroll players out there moving $500,000 a game. We give you picks throughout the betting cycle. Call or text 323-607-0203. Again, big bankroll players, if you move about $500,000 a game, this will be within your price range. All right, let's get this one started. Rockets and Mavericks NBA pick. This one going off on Sunday. Sengun and Tate are out for Houston with Thompson probable. Brown, Green, Lively out for Dallas. Doncic, Kleber are questionable. Houston now 38-39, a 119-114 home defeat to Miami. Rockets shot just 38%, 32% from three. Dylan Brooks 18 points, 5 rebounds. Jalen Green chipped in with 21 points, 7 boards. Houston allowed 49% shooting here in the game to the Heat with 36% from three. Dallas now 47-30. They get by Golden State 108-106 by shooting 48%. 35% from three. P.J. Washington came up big here. 32 points, 5 rebounds. Kyrie Irving chipped in with 26 points and 8 boards. Dallas allowed 44% shooting to the Warriors. 34% from three. Houston, 4 games in the loss, calling behind Golden State for that 10 seed with 5 games to play. Nearly eliminated. They have lost 4 straight. They sit 30th in defensive efficiency in this period by allowing 125 points per 100 possessions, a -16 net rating. Mavericks are battling to avoid that play-in round. It's all based on motivation here. Play here, Dallas -8.5. Cavaliers and Clippers NBA pick. This one here on Sunday. Jerome and Wade are out for Cleveland. Okoro questionable. Leonard and Primo out for LA with these questionable. Devati and Miller probable. Cleveland fell to 46-32, a 116-97 defeat on the road to the Lakers. Cavs shot just 43%, 31% from three, and they allowed 56% shooting to the Lakers, 43% from three. LA now 49-28. Come up with a big win at home against Utah, 131-102. They shot 56%, 37% from three. Terrence Mann, 19 points, 4 rebounds. Norman Powell had 18 points, 2 boards. LA held the Jazz at 38% shooting, 30% from three. You look at Cleveland over their past 5 games, they sit 29th in defensive efficiency by allowing 122 points per 100 possessions, a -10 net rating. The Clippers showing some improvement here in this period. +7 net rating, holding teams 108 points per 100 possessions. Rest advantage, they won 5 straight. Play here, LA -3.5. Heat and Pacers NBA pick. This one here on Sunday. Miami a clean injury report. Halliburton and Smith are questionable for Indiana. Miami improved now to 43-34, a 119-104 road win at Houston. Heat shot 49%, 36% from three. Jimmy Butler, 22 points, 3 rebounds. Bam Adebayo, 18 points, 12 boards. Miami allowed 38% shooting to the Rockets, 32% from three. Indiana now 44-34, a 126-112 home win at OKC. 52% shooting, 43% from three in the game, but they did allow 49% shooting to Thunder, just 27% from beyond the arc. But it's a huge game for both teams. The Pacers, the 6th seed, the Heat are the 7th. Post All-Star break at home, the Pacers, they sit 6th in offensive efficiency, averaging 119 points per 100 possessions, a +9 net rating. Miami on the road since the break, averaging 111 points per 100 possessions, a +4.7 net rating. The Pacers are just shooting the ball well at home, 51%. The Heat on the road over 45%. Take the home court here, Miami. Against Miami in this one, the play here will be on Indiana, -1.5. Trailblazers and Celtics, NBA pick this one here on Sunday. Brogdon, Sharp, Simon, Thibault are out for Portland. Grant doubtful. Baji is questionable. Brown, Tatum, Springer are doubtful for Boston. Now, Portland now 21-56. They come off the 108-102, a row win at Washington. And, of course, Boston, they're 61-16. A 101-100 home win to Sacramento. They shoot by shooting 43%, 27% from three. And Boston held the Kings at 38% shooting, 33% from three. Boston has clinched number one overall seed here. They have nothing to play for. Portland has won 2 straight with 3 covers in a row behind defenses. So they're holding teams over this period to less than 102 points per 100 possessions. Play here will be Portland plus 16. Thunder and Hornets, NBA pick this one here on Sunday. Gilgeous-Alexander out with Williams and Hayward questionable. Joe is probable. Williams is out with Bailey doubtful for Charlotte. Black and Richards are questionable. OKC, they're dropped to 52-25. They come off a 126-112 road defeat to Indiana. Struggled from threes, just 27% in the game. They allowed 52% shooting to the Pacers, 43% from three. Charlotte, they're now 19-58. They lose 124-115 here to Orlando. Pretty good shooting performance, but the defense was actually, they come off with a win, right? Yeah. Huge shooting performance, 60%, 50% from three with Brandon Miller with a good performance here. But here, OKC is a 3 seed with potential to leapfrog 2 places in the final week. Charlotte, in their past 5 games, they're allowing nearly 120 points per 100 possessions, a minus 8.5 net rating. Based on motivation here, the pick will be on Oklahoma City, minus 9. Bulls and Magic, NBA pick this one here on Sunday. Phillips is out for Chicago with White, Caruso questionable. Craig is probable. Houston is questionable for Orlando. Chicago 37-40, a 108-100 home win in New York. Good shooting performance there, 47% from Chicago. They held the Knicks at 43% shooting, 34% from three. Orlando's coming off a loss. They're 45-32, a 124-115 home defeat to Charlotte. Poor three-point shooting performance, 24% there in the loss, but they gave up 60% shooting to the Hornets, 50% from three. But things are tight for Orlando in the East. The 2 seed is their ceiling, and their bottom is the play-in round. Chicago has 2 games in hand in loss column over Atlanta for that 9 versus 10 play-in game, which is already, it's going to go. These are your 9-10 game. Since the break, though, on the road, the Bulls 28th in defensive efficiency, allowing 118 points per 100 possessions. The Magic at home since the break, holding teams to 103 points per 100 possessions, a plus 10 net rating. Play over Orlando, minus 8. Wizards and Raptors, NBA pick this one here on Sunday. Bagley, Jones, and Shamet are out for Washington. Kuzma and Holmes are questionable. Barnes, Boucher, and Carton and Porter out for Toronto. Washington now 15-63, 108-102 home defeat to Portland. Bad 3-point shooting performance in that game. Washington held the Blazers to 44% shooting, 31% from three. Surprise win for Toronto on the road to Milwaukee, 117-111. Pretty good shooting performance overall in from three. And they allowed 44% shooting to the Bucks, 29% from three. Look at the past 5 games. That was just a one-off performance. The Raptors just been tanking. Last 5 games, last in defensive efficiency, allowing 129 points per 100 possessions, nearly a minus 23 net rating. You get a little more competitiveness from the Wizards here in this period. Minus 6 net rating as they're holding teams to 109 points per 100 possessions. Based on competitiveness of late, Washington is the pick at plus 4. Pelicans and Suns, NBA pick this one here on Sunday. Ingram is out for New Orleans with Zion, Alvarado, and Marshall questionable. Lee out for Phoenix. New Orleans coming off a loss. They're now 45-32. They lose by 2 at home to San Antonio. They shot 51% in the game, but they gave up 51% shooting to the Spurs, 37% from three. Phoenix now 45-31, come off a 10-point home win to Minnesota. It was the defensive effort. They shot 45%, 35% from three. But they held the T-Wolves at 39% shooting 34% from three. Now, in this game, Phoenix is 1 game ahead of New Orleans for that 6th seed. But the past 5 games, the Suns, they said 10th in defensive efficiency, allowing 109 points per 100 possessions. And that one also a net rating here of plus 5. And the Pelicans are giving up nearly 117 points per 100 possessions, nearly a -6 net rating. But the Pelicans' injuries here are the massive concern. Play here Phoenix -6. Knicks and the Bucks. NBA picked this one here on Sunday. Bogdanovich questionable with Brown and Washington probable for New York. Galloway and Bouchamp are out for Milwaukee. Giannis and Beverly questionable. New York's come off a loss here, 108-100 at Chicago. Subpar shooting performance in the loss. They did give up 47% shooting to the Bulls. Milwaukee, man, they lose 117-111 at home to Toronto. Man, it was just a bad shooting performance. 44%, 29% from three. They did give up 39% from three to the Raptors, but the Bucks are holding off several teams for that second seed, sitting 2 games in the loss column ahead for the number 2. The ceiling for New York is a 2 seed, but they can bottom down into the play-in round. Looking here at the New York over their past 5 games, averaging 114 points per 100 possessions, a -2 net rating. The Bucks in this period, though, offensively averaging just 110 points per 100 possessions, nearly a -2 net rating. The Bucks shooting has been slumping of late, 45% in that period. We'll take New York +4. '76ers and Spurs. NBA picked this one here on Sunday. Melton out for Philadelphia. Covington doubtful. Harris and Bamba are questionable. Osman and Barlow are out for San Antonio with Johnson probable. Philadelphia comes off a 20-point win at Memphis on Saturday behind strong shooting performance, solid defense. The Spurs got past New Orleans in their last game, hitting 51%, 37% from 3 in the game. But Philadelphia right now 8th in the East, 1 game in the loss column away from the 6th seed. There's great motivation from Philadelphia. We saw the Sixers, they looked great last night. You saw the defensive intensity. Embiid is back in the lineup. We're going to base this really on motivation on the Sixers side to avoid that play-in round. Play here will be Philadelphia -6. Kings and Nets. NBA picked this one here on Sunday. Monk out for Sacramento. Johnson and Smith are questionable for Brooklyn. Sacramento's coming off a loss on the road here. Competitive loss, though, to Boston. They fought a 44-43. Poor shooting performance in that game. They did defend well against the Boston, allowing 43%, 27% from 3. Brooklyn coming off a home win against Detroit. Good shooting here, but this is a different opponent they're facing in this game. But they did give up 44% from 3 to the Pistons. Now, Sacramento has fallen to the 9th seed, but 1 game back of the 7th seed, 2 games back of the 6th seed. They are tied in the loss column for the 8th seed. Brooklyn was eliminated early in the week. Look at the past 5 games. Brooklyn, 23rd in defensive efficiency, allowing 116 points per 100 possessions. Of course, the motivational factor is the key this late in the season. Play Sacramento -7.5. Jazz and Warriors. NBA picked this one here on Sunday. Clarkson, Collins, Kessler, and Markkanen are out for Utah with Dunn questionable. Curry and Saric are out for Golden State. Wiggins and Kuminga are questionable with Peyton doubtful probable. Utah coming off a loss here, 131-102 to the Clippers. They're now 29-48. Bad shooting performance, bad defense here, giving a 56% shooting to the Clippers. Warriors come off a 2-point road win at Dallas. They're 42-34. But you look at the past 5 games, the Jazz 27th in defensive efficiency, giving up 121 points per 100 possessions, a -14 net rating. The Warriors 2 games out of that AC. There's motivation here. Golden State's the pick here, -11.5. T-Wolves and Lakers. NBA pick for action Sunday. Of course, Clark and Towns out for Minnesota. Vanderbilt and Wood are out for LA. Minnesota coming off a loss, 97-87 to Phoenix. Bad shooting performance. Defended okay against the Suns. The Lakers coming off a win, 116-97 at home to Cleveland. Great shooting performance. Great shooting night for a day, I should say, for the Lakers. 56%, 43% from 3. LeBron and D'Angelo, good shooting performance. Great defense here from the Lakers, holding the Cavs at 43%, 31% from 3. Minnesota's ceiling is a number 1 seed, but they can bottom down to a 4 seed. The Lakers are 1 game in the loss column from a 6 seed. LA in their past 5 games are 4th in defensive efficiency, allowing 104 points per 100 possessions, a +7.5 net rating. The Timberwolves since the break are averaging 111 points per 100 possessions, a +3.8 net rating. But Minnesota on the road, they shoot just 46%, so we'll take the Lakers here at -1.5. All right, that was our NBA pick show here for Sunday. Of course, this late in the season, not a whole. You got to crunch the numbers, but mainly it's going to be motivational factor moving on here until next Sunday when we close out the regular season, because this is really what it's about. It's about motivation right now, as you can tell. All right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Free picks every day from all the major sports. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there. And, of course, our executive service for the big bankroll players. Make that call or text to get the information. MLB on the board, also contributing cappers with Steve Duncan. The entire 9-game card from the NHL is up, as well as 3 packs from Ramon from the major sports. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.